Hello everyone. Last week, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola made a statement that where he comes from, it's usually better to be loyal to causes and not individuals. And I found that statement very profound because it was a very deep statement. And I had wanted to do a video on that topic last week, but I got carried away with work. However, when Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, former minister under President Jonathan's government, also wrote a book where he talked about loyalty and his experience with Senator Bukola Saraki, I felt that, okay, this seems to be an interesting one. Let me share my thoughts on it. I actually agree with Senator Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola that it's good to be loyal to causes. However, I believe that being loyal to causes is not mutually exclusive from being loyal to individuals. So for example, if an individual believes in a certain cause which you also hold dearly or you also believe in, I don't see anything wrong in being loyal to such an individual. If an individual has also taken you under his wings and provides guidance to you or supports you, I also don't see anything wrong in being loyal to such an individual. However, like we all know, loyalty is a two-way traffic. If you are loyal to someone, then the person must also be loyal to you. Because if loyalty is just a one-way traffic, it's only a matter of time before the person who claims to be loyal to somebody else would stop being loyal because they will be disgruntled. So if you want loyalty to be sustainable, it has to go both ways. And I also believe that being loyal to someone shouldn't mean that you'll be blindly loyal or you'll be rabidly loyal. Your loyalty should be limited to the extent that the person you are loyal to doesn't encourage you or expect you to go against your values or to commit a crime. So you can't say because someone is loyal to you, you now expect them to commit a crime, But if you are loyal to someone, what it simply means to me is that you don't cheat them, you don't double-cross them, you support the causes they believe in as long as it doesn't contradict your own values and what you hold there, and you don't attack them publicly. If you want to criticize them or share a frank opinion with them, you share it with them privately. And if you decide that you no longer want to support them, instead of betraying them, you should meet up with them, have a discussion with them, and tell them that you want to have a separation or a divorce, as the case may be. But if you feel like, oh, this person has helped me so much, I don't know how to tell them I don't want to be loyal to their cause anymore, then instead of doing that, I will start acting like a double agent or I'll betray them. That's also an act of disloyalty, and it's not something I support. So I believe that the reason why Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola must have said it's better to be loyal to causes than individuals is because causes are constant. So if I believe in justice, like one of my values is justice, if I believe in justice, justice will always be constant, whether in politics, whether in life, whether in business, whether even in your matrimonial home. If you believe in justice, anything you are doing, you will ensure you are always just, So there's no change in being loyal to a cause. But if you are loyal to an individual, the individual can decide to be disloyal to you. The individual can decide to expect you to commit a crime. The individual might even expect you to be using their picture as the DP of your phone, of your social media status. And if you don't visit them in their houses regularly or something, they might get angry with you or think you are disloyal and all that. So he made a valid point. However, my own position is that yes, you can be loyal to causes, but that shouldn't also stop you from being loyal to individuals where the need arises. So I can be loyal to you, but if you tell me to come and swear to an oath with fetish object, I would decline. And I've declined on like 2 occasions. I've had interactions with some people, some politicians, and at 1 or 2 meetings they said, we need to come and swear oath of loyalty with fetish object and I absolutely declined because this is against my religious beliefs, So, but if you decide to say that you don't trust me or you feel I'm not loyal because I decided not to pledge to loyalty to you with fetish object, then that's your headache. But if I'm loyal to a cause, the cause will not expect us to do anything unjust. So, in summary, loyalty to causes is no doubt much, much better because it's always constant. However, this doesn't mean we shouldn't be loyal to individuals. We must also be loyal to individuals who have taken a liking to us, who have an interest in us, or who have chosen it as their duty to ensure our growth and our progress in life. And when we see anyone who has invested in us significantly, we must remain constant and see how we can be loyal to them. This also brings me to the case of the governor of Kano State who decamped from NNPP to APC. Some people have accused him of being disloyal for decamping. My position on that is, if someone helped you to a particular position, nothing stops you from saying you want to decamp in the future. But if you want to decamp, you should have a sit down with your benefactor, with your leader. You should explain things to him, or you should try to convince him, or separate on an amicable note, But if you just go without consulting them or notifying them, then that might be disloyal, because we will be deceiving ourselves if we say when you get to a particular position you shouldn't decamp or you can't decamp. Interest can change, dynamics can change, So, but the manner in which you disentangle yourself is very important. And when you eventually disentangle yourself, you must continue to respect them, because if someone has invested in you, it will be wrong of you to come out in the open to start ridiculing them or insulting them just because you are no longer in the same political party. So I urge us all, especially those of us who usually participate in politics as a hobby or as a vocation, to always protect our reputation, our loyalty, and we should always feel free to speak our minds if the people we are loyal to expect us to go against our values or commit a crime. So I'd like to hear your views. What are your thoughts on loyalty? Will somebody be disloyal because they refuse to swear to an oath of loyalty with a fetish object? Or is it possible to be loyal and also disagree with the person you're loyal to? Is it possible? Let me hear your thoughts. And do you believe the governor of Kano State was disloyal by decamping from APC to NNPP? I look forward to hearing your thoughts on these issues.